Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing well out there. It's good to be back with you once again. I'm looking forward to being much more sane on today's stream than perhaps I was able to accomplish yesterday. Hopped up on caffeine and frustrated by early failed Amelia attempts as I was. Ah, yes, the weirdo opening cutscene. So it seems like the way to trigger this cutscene from the game menu is to not touch fucking anything for like 15 minutes. Hi, RB. And then this cutscene will start playing. And once it started playing, it'll like loop every couple of minutes. But in order to get it to happen in the first place, you need to like leave the console alone. Start the Bloodborne application, but do not select play offline. Do not move the cursor on the screen. Because we were sitting here yesterday. Yeah, we were talking about lip color yesterday, RV, and I was talking about how I prefer gloss, but I don't usually wear gloss on stream because over the course of 6 hours, gloss just gums up and wears off. And you guys can actually watch that process in real time if you'd like today, because I actually elected to indulge you. Gist, hello, and happy birthday. I hope you're having a good one. I'm glad it sounds like you enjoyed my big fat grisk wedding. I hesitate to add, viewer, that it is also my birthday tomorrow, but thank you, Locktar. I appreciate that. Let's see, I need to get bullshit sent out. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything special on stream, however. Unless, against all odds, I can get everything set up to get Jade on for Sekiro tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably just be another Bloodborne stream, albeit maybe with like some birthday gifts overlaid. Jade did find me a piano bench, but I don't know if she's going to like be able to acquire said bench and present it to me by start of stream tomorrow. I'm honestly hesitant to drink any Mio. Hello, and Trots. I'm honestly hesitant to drink any Mio at the start of this stream because I feel like it really drove me up a fucking wall yesterday. Okay, good. I can hear the game. I needed to verify that. But also, I'm worried that my reflexes won't be tight enough to do what Bloodborne demands of me otherwise. I spent a lot of time grinding last night while Columbo was playing on my other monitor. I grinded very ineptly. I lost like 2 levels worth of runes. That's not what they're called in this one. In Hemwick. To the big executioner guys, because they give you like 2,500 a piece. And so they were a good grinding spot for me. But they will also fucking kill you. They're very difficult to parry. All of their attacks that can be parried at different parry timings. I'm also not convinced that all of their attacks can even be parried. And also, they hit like a brick shithouse, so. Yeah, they're soul runes, exactly. Hi, Bram. I'm only one of those, so. Might as well just end stream right here. Oh, wait, shit. I forgot I had that back there. I wanted it to be black. There we go. Might as well just end stream right now. Yeah, Maddox Ken, so if I was talking about, like, I ground something up, like if I was using a mortar and pestle, or I was grinding my own pepper, I would say that I ground it. But in a video game, I say grinded, and I think it's useful to have that differential past participle form to distinguish between the 2 uses of the word, or indeed 3 uses of the word, because I think I would also use grinded for like, you know, like in the club. Never mind what I was miming down here. Yeah, exactly, just exactly like that. That's a great analogy, thank you. I wish I had thought of that analogy to explain it. Yeah, so that's how I think about it, right? Ground is the original one, and I think should be used for the literal sense. But very similar to hanged and hung, because obviously hung predates hanged, and hung is used for many things and not just people, when you're talking about a person. Yeah, there we go. Same with grinding. A person isn't ground on, they're grinded on. Yeah, that sounds right. Or would you say ground on? Discuss. Hunged. You can grind a person, but I think specifically we want ground on, or grinding on in this case, Brams. To grind on. Perhaps on a not unrelated topic, I was considering, I've not yet set up my new mic. It does get kind of hot and sweaty in here. This chair has really stood up very well to my sweat. I kind of worry about it. I know it's not real leather, like I know it's fucking plastic, but it will be like slick at the end of stream, like I've poured water all over it. And it makes me a little worried about it, but also it almost feels like I'm rinsing it out of all of the dye that I've sweat into it over my various sweaty cosplay streams. Wow, there's a combination of words. Nevertheless, I was considering wearing a pair of shorts that would have better accommodated the heat, but would not have allowed me to stand. And I ultimately elected for a more tame pair. Hello, Maddox Greending Kent. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. Yeah, just check the chair in the washing machine, exactly. I have no idea how to clean this thing. That is an issue that is, well, because especially down here, you guys can't see down here, but there's the cushion, and there's the little creases to either side of the cushion. I gotta turn this game down, it's way too loud in my ears. And all this just fucking full of crumbs, and I don't know what to, ew! I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to just take the chair apart and vacuum them out. Wet dry vac. I only know the concept of the wet dry vac from the Simpsons episode where Marge and Homer are having a sexy stay in the utility room in a themed hotel, but actually it's just the real utility room, and the guy who talks like this has to come in for the wet dry vac. What does that mean? Do you know anything about this, Bram? What is a wet dry vac? It seems to be a paradox, a contradiction in terms, and yet uses soap. Tess needs hosing down after every stream. I did actually take shower before stream today, which is very rare for me. I did also shower after stream yesterday. I've just been really sweaty lately. I woke up really early this morning, unaccountably early, like prior to 7, so like more than 5 hours ago, and I just like sweat for a couple hours, and then I was like, oh, I really need to shower before stream. I should get an AC that's completely quiet. Well, I got the new mic. No, I'm not gonna drag the box over because I might have my address on it. I'm glad I thought about that and made a discretionary decision in my noggin, instead of just lowering the green screen and immediately leaving to go get it. Yeah, I will not drag that box over, but I got the mic. I don't have the activator, which is some sort of doohickey that plugs between the mic and the sound mixer, audio mixer. Wow, took me a long time to come up with that noun. Until I have that, I can't use it to stream. Also, though, if Jade is going to be on soonish, I would want to continue using this mic and not the new mic yet. So the new mic has to be rammed right up against my lips. And this one is more ambient. It just sort of hangs out. It catches everything in the room. That's the problem. That's why I can't run the air conditioner while I'm streaming. Oh, nice, RB. I don't think so, Bram. I think that you're maybe reading a certain level of untoward interest into my word choice that does not match with the authorial intent. Oh shit. I still had the donation list from the end of stream yesterday open. It's always weird when I don't actually shut down my computer in between streams. I believe I said against Bram. I think you're using an inaccurate conjunction in your recounting. Oh yeah, for the donation goal, I am excited about that. But yeah, I may hold off on swapping out the microphone until after I've had Jade on, or otherwise replace the microphone, but then replace it back when she's here. But I'll take a marginally lower sound quality in exchange for actually being able to hear us both. Because until and unless I purchase the same pair of Bluetooth clip mics that Barry has, which come with their own dangers, I will be stuck using this one for group streams. Well, I'll just click right on over to the video game. Oh, well, now I feel, the game has caused me to feel guilty because it just started this beautiful cutscene that the viewers haven't even gotten to see in full yet. All right. I'm taking my first reluctant hit. Ooh, ah, no. Yeah, 100% of my lip gloss is just gonna come off on this thing. I think I already lost like 50% of it right there in that single sip. Bram, you're right. That's actually accurate. Okay. There's a lot of shit that I have not yet done. I don't really know where the next place I'm supposed to go is. I'm a little confused about that. Nobody tell me. But, like, I'm gonna go fight the Shadows of Yharnam because I've been to the Forbidden Woods. I know they're the boss of Forbidden Woods. It's not the Snake Ball. It's a cut boss. I won't do Rom. I remember Bergenworth being very short and essentially wandering into Rom's room by accident. But I've got... Yeah, probably, Captain. But I've got Bold Hunter's Marks. Yeah, so this is where I respawn because I fucking lost all my fucking souls. Yeah, oh, my 0 souls retrieved. Yeah, I lost like 30,000 souls. It would have been 2 level ups. I was really salty about it. I actually shut down the console instead of quitting the game. Because when you get really mad at a Souls game, you never have the patience to, let me open up the menu and select quit game and then exit to the menu and then hit quit again in the menu. No. I want the rune, not Erdenwrithe, Formless Erden. I want Formless Erden, which I believe you get by doing some bullshit off the elevator in here. Regardless, I've not yet done the bullshit off the elevator in here. Thank you so much, Adrian. I really appreciate that. Consoles need Alt F4. I would not Alt F4. I am actually semi-proud to say that despite perhaps my sensitivity, my emotional sensitivity, I have never quit out of a multiplayer encounter in a Souls game due to rage. I am proud of that fact. One time I was playing Dark Souls, like, I think this, oh man, it was either slightly before or slightly after I was living in Montana, because I lived with my mom for a couple months on either side of those. And I was playing Dark Souls 3 on the TV. I hooked my computer up to the TV via HDMI. She wanted to use the TV. I was like, sorry, I'm in a match. I'm fighting someone in PvP in Irithyll. And she's like, you can't just quit the game? I was like, no, look, the quit game option is grayed out when somebody else is in your game. She's like, so there's no way to leave? I was like, well, you could unplug the router. But that seems sort of like poor sportsmanship. Formless Erden, lovely. I forgot that you have to go to the Hunter's Dream to etch that into your brain. I don't care about the urn. And because I am a dummy, I neglected to ride the elevator back down, so let me yank that first, and then I will go to the Hunter's Dream. And that's that rune in. I've also not been to the bottom of the pit, where you transfer to the abandoned old workshop. I guess I'll warp to that lantern from the Hunter's Dream, unless there's not really a good drop from there lower to that pit. But I never went to the bottom of that. There's like a section of old Yharnam down there. I'm not 100% sure how it works, like architecturally, geologically, in terms of city planning, but nope, wrong zone. That's for everything except runes. Max vials up +1 and +3. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that +1, I think, and do Formless Erden. It's so hard to say no to a rune that just unambiguously increases your defense, but maybe this is a resistance thing, like resistance in Dark 1, which I leveled a lot, and it turned out, excuse me, it turned out it actually did nothing. Alright. Nope. I don't really understand why Canehurst and the Abandoned Old Workshop are in the same tombstone. Oh, the Chalice Dungeons. That's also an option for us. Thank you, Entrots, for saying that I was couth. Yeah, I did my best. Oh god, Arbeat, I forgot about the fucking... Oh, I forgot about the Beast-Possessed Soul. No, Arbeat, I'm scared of the Beast-Possessed Soul. Hello, Brems. Yeah, I got really crazy on stream yesterday. I hope not to experience such a thing on stream today. I think it was a lot of caffeine for baby Tess. So I had coffee, and the coffee caffeine took a while to kick in, and so I started doing shots of Mio, and then it like all hit me at once while I was fighting Amelia, and I got the jitters. Yeah, the beef-possessed soul. It's the old lady who asks, where's the beef from the 80s? She's here. They put her in Bloodborne. Adriana, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Isn't there a different pit where you get attacked by eye collectors? Maybe that's like just through this door over here. Ah! No! Fuck! Thank you so much, Veronica, for the 3 months. So, I did some testing with this bow yesterday because I was really having trouble dealing any meaningful damage with it at all. You can deal good damage with it. It has to be with the strong attacks, the R2s. The R1s are worse than useless. They come out quicker, so maybe the R1s would be useful if I had 99 bullets. I don't, I have 20. So, wait, why do I still only have 20? I'm supposed to be able to carry more than that now. Excuse me. Why? What the fuck? Did I not actually... What's going on with my runes? Yeah, max Quicksilver bullets held up +4. I've got it equipped. Free and Rose, thank you for the treat for test redeem. I've been really good about not eating my sour Skittles off of stream. RB, I might have to die to reset it. Alright, Sabrina, if you want to see my lip gloss gone that badly. Hi, Gooey. That's right, Bram. Sour Skittles. Captain, that's so silly. Anyway, yeah. Gotta be the R2s. The R1s are not worth shit, which is a bit of a problem since the R2s are quite slow. But it's not like the difference between rolling attacks and normal speed bow attacks in a Souls game. The damage difference is fucking significant. Uh-oh. Blood Only Run starts now! Alright. This guy is really freaky. I'm glad I didn't get close to him. I always remember him as having moose antlers, but he doesn't. He has like ram horns. God. He's a Muppet. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh man, they are crazy. I think this is a symptom of how how crazy the cloth physics are in this game. Like, you tell they tried to give it some weight, like it doesn't fly around like my coat does, but oh man. Did you see the fucking leg kick up there? Oh shit, there's a door down here. Now, the narrow-minded man and Ariana are not willing to take shelter in the Church of Erden until the night falls. But a lot of these people I discovered while I was grinding for blood vials and such go crazy once the night falls.
A night of curses. A night to remember. Wouldn't you say, friend?
There's a very cute giggle at the end of that. Wouldn't you say, friend?
curses. A night to remember. Wouldn't you say, friend?
It's so cute! Yeah, this is extremely suspicious. See, I'm so in bow-only mode now that I thought, oh, I'll hit left bumper to zoom in with the bow. That's a transform attack now. Zooming in with the bow is now the item use button. Oh, I'm sorry, Sabrina. This seems like a great way for me to waste literally 100% of my Quicksilver bullets. I just tried to click the stick to unlock on. Ah! I gotta concentrate. Yes, I'm shifting into bow mode. Yeah, hello, dog. I know, so I did a lot of grinding yesterday, and so my blood tinge stat is now at 30. And so I know I'm kind of over leveled for this area. It still feels really, really good to one-shot an enemy like that. Something coming up behind me here? No, okay, they're just wandering around. Now, I'm a little concerned about the bagman, as ever. Yeah, I should have gotten closer to him before I started doing this. That's okay. Oh, fuck! Ah, God! God! Fuck, no! Fuck, no! I was zoomed in! I was stuck zoomed in! I couldn't move! Oh, bye! Bagman's revenge. I think of waltzing Matilda every time I say Bagman. He didn't kidnap me, though. He hasn't taken me to Yahar Ghul, though. Right? We're doing Yahar Ghul now, actually! Actually, now we're gonna go to Yahar Ghul! This was not my intention! I would have preferred to continue exploring in, what would you call it, Lower Cathedral Ward? But sure, we'll go to Yahar Ghul. Sounds like a grand old time. Sounds like I'm gonna waste 100% of my bullets. I grinded up to and including 400 Quicksilver bullets off stream, but Quicksilver bullets are like 300 a pop, and arrows in Souls games are usually like 20 a pop, so there's a clear difference of economy here. Oh god, that scared the hell out of me. Thank you for the follow, viewer. Holy Mary. I was like listening closely to the singing. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be good and actually get up behind enemies before I hit them with that charged R2 from the bow so I can get the Visceral. The Visceral is unarmed, so I don't really think of it as being a violation of my...
In the name of the healing church, cleanse us of this horrible dream.
Hey, Adela.
Oh,
I forgot she wears this dumbass hat.
leave me be. Don't take me, please.
Oh, you have to wear church garb before she'll talk to you, right? That's very annoying, Adela. I'm really happy with my outfit. Yarnum Hunter cap, Yarnum Hunter garb, old Hunter gloves and boots. Yeppers, alright. Sure. Black church garb. Adela, we're twinsies.
By your garb.
That's right. She's a nun, if you're into that.
Save me. Oh, thank you, dear saint.
Yeah, no problem.
I have no words to express my relief.
God, we both look so stupid. This is a terrible outfit. What is this hat?
Sure to please not.
Standing member of the church like you.
Oh, thank you so
I was doing like an Oblivion elf voice for her. An upstanding member of the church like you.
so much. I was seized on the
Yeah, I'm familiar with this phenomenon.
I'm locked up here.
I hate it when I'm seized on the street by a hulking brute. Happens all the time.
I've heard moans echoing in the distance.
I was hoping she would say echoing.
So
The hunt is on tonight.
then the streets are perilous. And
Lady, all the streets are perilous for you. You're in Yahar fucking Ghoul.
perhaps
I don't know where you think you are.
But do you know something?
How are you gonna get up there from here? Cause the way up to Erden Chapel from Yahar Ghoul take you past the fucking amygdala.
Thank you so much. I'll set out as soon as I can. I pray for success on your heart.
Before I advance the game to the Blood Moon, somebody tell me, Captain Oblivion, they are kidnapping, they're capturing people to use as sacrifices in the ritual that creates the One Reborn, the boss made of a bunch of stuck together corpses.
I'll set it up, my kind hunter.
Alright. Thank you very much. No, I'd see now I'm wearing this dumbass outfit. Old hunter gloves, there we go. Yeah, I settled on this. This, like, hat and cowl and this coat are clearly designed to go together. The collar you see under the cowl is not actually a part of the coat. It's, there's a smaller one on the coat, but if you're not wearing the coat and you just equip the cap, there's this big fucking dumbass collar on top of whatever you're wearing. It's like a couple inches off of your shoulders, apparently. It's very annoying, and it makes this hat clash with most things, but it of course looks fantastic with the Yharnam Hunter garb because it's literally what it's designed to go with. Right, before the Blood Moon happens, thank you, RB, for reminding me. I appreciate that. You know how scatterbrained I am and that I would immediately forget. Where the fuck is the afflicted beggar? I've never encountered this motherfucker. And last time I played this game, I didn't ask you, the viewers, until I was too late. And everyone was like, oh, he's dead already. Oh, well, yeah, Love Killer, now you know. She is a little risky. She is a bit BPD. But I have attended to matters in Erden Chapel to make sure that she doesn't get too jealous of Ariana after she moves there. So everything should be peachy keen. Oh, that reminds me, speaking of Erden Chapel, I need to kill the hunter who killed Eileen. You're supposed to help Eileen kill him, but I ran into that room while I was grinding and Eileen was one hit away from death, and so she just died instantly. I couldn't do anything. So I should take my revenge for her. Entrots, yay, you made me think of Commander Keen. I love Commander Keen. It's a fantastic video game. I fucking know you're over there. Yeah. Oh god, Jesus fucking Christ, fuck. Yeah, when I was grinding in Hemwick last night, I realized how fucking horrific the sounds that the old ladies there make are. Like, I thought it was coming from the Columbo episode, like somebody was being horribly murdered, but it was all the ladies just like screaming, like independent of my attacks, just like screaming ambiently in Hemwick. Hey, Quicksilver bullets. That's what I like to see. Fuck this blade. Sup, brother man Bill? Ah! Wow. Love Killer, you sound like an individual of very specific tastes. Alright, I'm gonna go Blade for this fight, unfortunately. I can't see. Excuse me. Oh, yes, well, goodbye. I have to object to the 2 individual bloodstone shards instead of 1 twin bloodstone shard, which is what I need for my gun. I upgraded the Evelyn a bunch, and I got a good gem on there. It scales really good with blood tinge, and now my blood tinge is much higher than it was before, so I have a great firearm. Yeah, Love Killer, it's a shame that they... Oh no, wait. The Desert Pyromancer garb, they turned into a corset for the male characters in Dark 3, instead of keeping it as a tube top like it is on female characters. That also adds additional boob on top of the base model. It like swaps your torso out for one with more boob. Yeah, it's the same thing that the dancer's leggings do when you put those on, except the dancer's leggings, while they do round you out a bit, do not apply the same rendering effect that the dancer has on her ass. Zully the Witch, I think, did a video where she demonstrated, it might have been just like a little thing on Twitter, where she demonstrated flicking that rendering setting on and off and demonstrating how different your character's ass looks with the variations. Free Eden Rose, in Dark 3, it's in the fucking Ring City DLC in the Dreg Heap, so... like, the latest game area conceivable. Get up there! There we go, and there we go, and there we go. Alright. See, I feel like that's an unarmed strike, which means that it doesn't offend the honor of my bow. It's already obvious that it is not possible to conduct myself in a bow-only fashion in this video game. There's way too many impediments. The bullets costing so many blood echoes is one that I have not even considered. Like, I was thinking of how you can only carry so many bullets, so it's only like 24, they don't deal that much damage. You only have 1 type of ammunition shared by the bow and the gun. But quite independent of that, the bullets are fucking 300 runes. That's not what they're called in this one. Blood echoes apiece. So I wish I could do pure bow. I really wish I did. I could. Like, I if it were viable, I would leap at it in a heartbeat. But it's just not doable in this game. Is this the way to Parle? No. I don't wish to go over here. They're called double dollars. Speaking, so earlier somebody quoted the George Costanza meme with the I'm going into soup mode. Barry recently reminded me of an occasion on which she compared me to George Costanza. Because when we went to PAX East, at which event we met up with Cohen Skullmandible, friend of the stream, who is currently being afflicted by a tropical cyclone. So, well wishes to them. I declined the valet service at the hotel because I said I wanted to park the car in the garage myself. And that apparently gave Cohen the impression that I was like a very responsible and canny individual who could manage my own affairs. And Barry had to explain to them that no, I was just cheap. Yeah, Arby, well... Yeah, I believe the words she quoted me were, wow, Tess really has her act together. Which is not a sentiment I think you would hear from them now. What the fuck am I doing here? I have no idea. Why did I come here? Oh no. Okay, well, back to Yahar Ghul, I guess. Fortunately, I already lit that headstone. Hypogean Jail. Slab, why the fuck would you? Oh, Stream Elements, thank you so much for reminding everybody. All of the hair I got laser removed at the beginning of summer is starting to grow back in, so I'd like to electrocute it away again, viewer, so... Shut up, Entrots. I am as couth as I am capable of being. A general goes to war with the army they've got. The army in this case is my mental capacity or lack thereof. I have a unique act together. I wish they wouldn't start getting up like that. 20 yards, that's how Barry is as well. Yeah, I'm constantly chauffeuring Barry places. Hey, twin bloodstone shards, that's exactly what I need for my Evelyn. Which reminds me, 20 yards, at no juncture did I reduce the price of the Ahegao by the 4 points that you paid for, so I will do so now. That brings it down to 16,956 points. I added another digit by accident. 56, all right. Many times I have accidentally reduced the Ahegao's price by a factor of 10. I don't think I've ever yet increased it by a factor of 10. That would be pretty funny. No, man, go away. Would you turn your back like Simon did yesterday? Slab, I've never gotten that joke. I don't understand it. Wow, so many of you guys never drive. I'm envious, honestly. That's not really an option for me. Yeah, this motherfucker is not turning his back on me ever. So do the arrows from this bow fire straight, do you think? Or do you think they have some sort of a curve to them? Whoa! Are you kidding me? That was a charged R2 to your head. That didn't do more? Excuse me? Fucking get out of bow mode. I try every button except the right button every single time. Hello? What? No, I didn't want a plunging attack. Bah! Everything's fine. Thank you for the 2 individual bloodstone shards. Oh, I'm so impressed. Oh, killing Parl would get me back around to Old Yarnum, yes? I always forget that there's 2 bosses here. Moon! I always forget that there's 2 bosses here. There's Parl and the one reborn. More echoes from slain enemies. That would have been great for grinding. Like all the fucking grinding I did for hours on it. Hello! It is easier when you don't live in America, that I can believe. Vertex Array. That's a good track you're quoting. I'm happy to have you in chat. All right. There's like a pig out here. Okay. Just continue making really loud pig sound effects, but don't get any closer to me. Nope. Great track here in Yahar Ghul. I gotta say, the like Ghouls men's choir here, fantastic. Now you wouldn't come in this building, would you? You wouldn't come in this building after me, would you, pig? That no! Ah, I'm alive! Oh, okay. So it's not like a bow in most Souls games, where you can hold down the attack button and then maneuver and then release it to let go of the arrow. It's just a straight up charged attack. Oh, fuck! That's maybe the worst thing I could have done. I don't think it's supposed to be able to fit down these stairs! Excuse me, I'll just run around the other way. Oh yeah, you're fucked, buddy boy. Yeah, did somebody say bacon? That is a disgusting ass on that creature. It's really unpleasant to look at. I forgot to click in. Okay, I need to explain something about the bow mechanics and my muscle memory. From Souls games, I am used to holding down the attack button, then tapping left trigger to zoom in, adjusting the aim in the last second and then releasing it. You can't do that here. You have to press X, not X on this controller, to zoom in, then line up the shot, then hit attack, then X again to exit. Oh good, the pig just fucking walks itself into the corner. Gooey, it followed me. Well, don't. Fuck! No, I can't see anything! Ah! Fuck you. Alright. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. That took way too many of my bullets. Get him the fuck out of here. Thanks. Thanks, RB. I felt really prudent. I did beat it on my first try. Gooey xylophone, a lot of people have to work up to that. Ew. What reminds me of the Serpent Men from Dark 3, this statue. I'm glad I could render you so entertained, Gooey, truly. This is what I'm here for. There's another pig in one of these holes, but I know that there are also like a lot of high-level pieces of blood. Oh, little guy! Sure, I'll stand up and stretch. Why not? Yes. I feel like Kip in Napoleon Dynamite. Yes. Alright. Oh no, my headphones came unplugged as I stood. Ain't that just the way? I'm sure nothing will attack me during this time. Yeah, do you notice how these shorts extend like a good 8 inches at least down from the waistband? The ones I was considering wearing were more like a 3-inch type affair. But these are perfectly respectable. I don't know if I have those here. I'm sure I put them somewhere after I changed out of them. Hello, little critter. Thank you for eating Rose. Yeah, no, they're pretty good. Slab. I wonder, Slab. I do wonder. Yeah, Arbeat, it was those shorts. Wow, you've got a great memory, Arbeat. Congrats. Yes, it was those shorts specifically. Well done. I think this is where the shortcut from Upper Yahar'gul goes, something like this. Yes, with the Pokeball garter belt on my thigh, Arby. But yes, you are. Wow, you retained a lot of details about this Halloween costume of mine from very nearly 2 years ago. Man, was I even? I guess I wasn't even streaming regularly when I wore that costume. That's crazy. Crazy to think of a time when I was not streaming regularly. But I guess I did not yet have a computer with which to do so. Yeah, once again, a lot of really loud pig noises. Not necessarily any useful information about where the fuck the pig might be. Hello. You guys can hear the game, right? Okay, yeah, there's the capture. Oh, you're right. Yeah, when I was on Barry's stream for Ill Bleed. That's right, it is September, so if you'd like to subscribe, there's never been a more financially advantageous time to do it. It's crazy to think that a relatively short while ago, I was not a regular streamer, and an even shorter while ago, I was not on my own channel. It is in fact Bloodborne, Millie Nelson Jr. The pig is just like hanging out, making deafening honking sounds. Yeah, get out here, you dope. Now I know what you want me to do. But here's what I am going to do. Oh, fuck. I turned around too quick. Oh, come on, bullshit. I don't think headshots necessarily do any more damage in this one. Maybe they would if I was hitting it with a gun in the head, but it doesn't seem to track the arrow hit on the head as anything other than a normal weapon attack. Very, very strange. All right. Arbeat, I brand the uncouth. Everybody post uncouth stickers. Time marches ever onward. That is how I feel whenever somebody's like, I feel so old. It has been X number of years since Piece of Media released X years ago. And it's not that I don't appreciate that the passage of time tends to wear on you. I do appreciate that. It's just that I'm never especially surprised by those. Okay, Arbeat. They're magnetic, so I wish I was wearing magnetic lashes and I could make that joke, but unfortunately, I'm just wearing mascara. I was hopeful. I went to Ulta Beauty with Barry, and I got pretty nice, pretty expensive Anastasia Archer mascara. I was hoping that if I applied it to my lower lash line, it would not transfer off to my lower eyelid during stream. It nevertheless did transfer off onto my lower eyelid during stream. Captain Oblivion, that will eventually be true. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. You were the one further away. Fuck off, Jesus. Bah. Die, die, die. Ooh, the frames. Whoa, that particle effect was not pleasant for you, video game, huh? Why the fuck not? Mold paper, why the fuck not? What was so demanding about that? The little crackles. Brems, it's true. Well, here's the thing about that, though. All right, I guess I was gonna say, I'm not the only field that has to sit under bright lights for my entire workday. But I guess if you are a model or a television host, you go straight from being made up to being in front of the cameras. And while you might be in front of the cameras for an hour or two, not gonna be in front of the cameras for 6 hours at a stretch without a hair and makeup break. And even then, if you're on television, if there's like a commercial and the hair and makeup people come in and fuck with you before it cuts back. Yeah, this dungeon sub-boss, that is unfortunately the situation. It looks so good. And right, so like for selfies, speaking of modeling, so for selfies, mwah, grade A, excellent, perfect, 100%. Love to put mascara on the lower lash line. Makes me look like a whore. Unfortunately, does not stand up to the lights, the sweat, the PS4 thrumming like a oven to my lower right. Hello. Is it just her? No, there's a second one. Where's the second one? They only hang out in pairs. Oh, I don't like this at all. Shouldn't there be a second? Gamer energy lifts mascara off the skin. Yeah, it's like a Kantian thing. I embody the aspect of the gamer, and the makeup is rejected. The virile image of the gamer, revered across cultures throughout the world. You gotta be fucking kidding me with this, man. Not again. Nope, I did it again. I fucking... Help! Help! Fucking hell. What a nightmare. I left. I love that baritone motherfucker in the chorus. Blah, 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 blah. It's just deafening pig noises. There's no visual data or even directional audio data. It's just deafening pig noises. What does this say? Behold, a pale blood sky. Not yet. Dumbass. You ever heard of strafe? And now you're dead. Gives me no pleasure to do this. Well, maybe a little bit. If I can imagine that your physique is somewhat altered. There we go. The Virile Gamer 1982. Fractal Aviation Cat, that would be great. Well, I mean, their gambler is a pretty old word, but it's not like a good thing to be called or to be known as for your profession. Now I'm gonna look up the etymology of gambler. It's not a Tessa stream if I don't look up an etymology at least once per stream. Actually, gambler is only attested from 1738, agent noun from gamble. Risk something of value on a game of chance, also 1700, 1726, implied in gambling. From a dialectical survival of Middle English gamlen, variant of gamenen, to play, jest, be merry. Okay. Well, God only knows how far back that goes, but it is dialectical. Brem, I don't think that would be funny. And I'm glad to see that the game agrees with me. Willie Nelson Jr., thank you so much for the follow. I got scared again. Because it's very tense here in Yahar'gul, and I keep listening for any sudden noises to indicate that I might be under attack. And then Martin starts screaming about new friends and allies. Captain Oblivion, I don't know, let me check. Probably not. Yes, actually. Fuck everything I just said. Gamer, mid-15th century. An athlete. Mid-13th century as a surname, Johannes Le Gamer. That is not, I am not making that up. That is the direct quote. Meaning one devoted to playing video or computer games is attested by 1981, by 1975 in reference to players of Dungeons and Dragons. Gamester is attested from 1580s, but also sometimes meant prostitute. Compare old slang, the game, sexual intercourse, by 1930s, probably from the first game ever played copulation? What are you talking about, Online Etymology Dictionary? And the meaning of gambler is attested for the word gamer from the 1550s. Yeah, Johannes Le Gamer left no direct descendants. Yeah, we have to go on Ancestry.com and find his, like... Well, maybe it'll be like Genghis Khan, where Johannes Le Gamer was like a real... fuckabout, and so he had a ton of kids, and so he's got like descendants scattered over all the nations of the earth. Yes! I feel so triumphant and having retrieved my blood vials. Blood vials, blood echoes. Tessa Le Gamer. I'm 90% sure I'm not descended from him, as I have if I have any French in me, it's via the like 30-second English that I am, and that's not very much. So once you get down to increments that small, it's like, how many markers on my chromosomes have I actually inherited from this dick bag? Like, do I actually have the French version of any of these genes? Or is it just, you know, cosplay? Yeah, Bram, you have long asserted this. Genghis Khan? More like Gamer Khan. Yeah, I don't feel that I have French vibes in any respect. I don't even have French-Canadian vibes. I watched one episode of Télé Français, and now I know how to say Je suis une ananas, and that's it. So, and I don't think we even have any Quebecois viewers to get that or care at all, so. That feels pretty goddamn satisfying. Snapping him into a backstab state with the bow from 10 feet away, and then like dashing forward to proc it with the R1 feels very, very satisfying. Je suis une ananas, Willie Nelson Jr. A pineapple. Karin, are you really? Parlez-vous français? That was a terrible accent. All the French I know, this is the case of so many fucking languages for me. I mean, all languages. I only know, all the words I know are from media I have consumed. I happen to have consumed a lot of English language media. Ah, c'est vrai. But for languages other than English, I only know what I know. Shitteru koto dake from consuming media. So the most non-English media that I've consumed is Japanese, which is why I'm the best with Japanese of any non-English language. But like, what do I know in French? That one episode of Télé Français, he says, "Oui, c'est vrai. Je suis une nana. C'est possible. Ce n'est pas possible. Oui, c'est possible." Later, a guy goes, "À suivre." At the beginning, they count down from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, commençons. And then it's just the lyrics to Mika's Elle me dit, and that's it. That's all I got knocking around in here. No, I do not know any Tagalog. Name 3 English language media. Oh yeah, you're a fan of the entertainment industry? Name any 3 American movies. You didn't realize French had the concept of 0? They're not an uncontacted tribe. There's French mathematicians. They have to subtract 1 from 1 just like anyone else. Oh man. There are no French mathematicians. Man, you are a real piece of shit. Bagman. Saul Bagman. Oh god! Now is the time to effect my exit. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I will not be staying any longer. I will leave a forwarding address. Hello. Is Foucault a math guy? I don't fucking know if Foucault is a math guy. All I know about Foucault is the scene from Home Movies. We all live in our own prisons, Brendan. You have to go to school. That's a prison. I have to be a soccer coach. That's a prison. It's conversation. It's a prison. It's a prison. Philosophers are pretend math guys. Well, here's the thing about philosophy. And people make fun of it a lot, and I understand making fun of it because it is a science that operates totally on theory without evidence, which does not sound like much of a science. But the fact of the matter is that at every stage of human history, there are going to be questions that cannot be answered with science. Some of them may later come to be answered with actual hard science. Like, for example, you had, who invented the concept of the atom? He was a Greek guy. All those Greek guys are the same to me. Congrats, Bram, you got me to tap ADAM instead of ATOM into my Google search. Okay, Democritus of Abdera. Alright, I was never gonna get that, so I feel less bad about not being able to think about it. So he was using philosophy to generate a theory of matter. And a theory of matter is no longer a subject of philosophy. It is a subject of, or what we call philosophy, what we think of as philosophy. It is a subject of hard science. We know that there is a unit of matter, which we have called an atom, after his theory. That cannot be divided, or at least cannot be divided without cataclysmic results. And so now that has transferred from the realm of theoretical philosophy, existential philosophy, to the realm of a branch of science that can actually look at and substantiate evidence. But no matter what, probably, there will always be topics on which philosophy is unhelpful, and for which you will just need to come up with some thought experiments. And it's unfortunate. But yeah, things like deriving purpose from existence. I don't know. Now I'm just thinking about Nier Automata. But hey, new clothes. I wish I knew there was a whole ass outfit down here. All right, Kringus. You guys have all been very uncouth today. I don't know. I really don't feel I've done anything to encourage this behavior, so it's probably just something I'm being afflicted with as a result of my karmic debt or something. Yeah, Bram, it's probably the heat. I have been picking up a lot of cold blood. That's nice. Oh, is it Kringus? I thought you were making a crude joke. My apologies. I thought you were being crude in my chat. Oh, okay. Inflicted tests. Ah. She terracotta dake. Alright, what do I got to do? I will go down to the basement and I will take that. I guess I'll open the door to Parl first. No, you know what? Actually, before I go down to the basement, since that will involve killing a bunch of enemies, and since I've not yet killed those enemies, nah, man, this is not the fucking appropriate place. This sucks. I'm gonna open that door to Parl, and then I will bounce back to the Hunter's Dream. I will spend these blood echoes on a level or two pour moi, and then I will enter Parl's boss room from the lower level. I will only use my weapon in sword mode on the way there, so that I can attempt to bow only run Parl. Test do a Metal Gear cosplay? What, like the machine? I don't know what they look like. This is not where I thought this was. Oh, like any character? Okay, Raiden, he has the most pert ass, so... It would just be easiest for me to cosplay Raiden, I think. Yeah, there's a fucking second guy in there. He's already aggroed to me, man. I didn't do anything. I looked in the door. I believe, yeah, these guys will get up and attack you. I know I look pretty merciless just chopping up these dudes hanging out and doing nothing, but they will get up and attack you here. Can we oh, quiet, right, quiet. Now, I think quiet would be much better for Barry to stream. Stream to cosplay. Personally, I think that is an outfit that just screams Barry. I definitely think it plays to her strengths more than it would mine. Kringus, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Well, Snake may be heck of cheeked up, but consider that he's also quite built, which I am not. I have little noodle arms. See, now I'm thinking about Barry in the Quiet cosplay.
What is it?
Oh no, RB, I'm sorry. We didn't get up into any high jinks while you were gone, don't worry.
Very well.
More blood tinge, more damage with my bullets, and now let me go buy more bullets. Like 4 of them, because they're so fucking expensive. I'm back above 400. That's nice. Where am I at with blood vials? Alright. Where do I wish to go? Guanum voice, where do I wish to go? Hypogean jail is an extremely fucking funny word because it has 3 like lexically meaningful components, all 3 of which are incomprehensible to most at least American players of the game. Hi, MK. That's just how you spell jail in England. It's not how we spell it here. We spell it Jail. That's one of the very, very, very rare occasions where an American spelling reform like substantially changes the equivalent British spelling. Usually it's just like, remove the E at the end, or let's spell that with a CK instead of a Q, or that U doesn't have a sound value, but no, like they changed the diphthong. My palms look red. It's the shadow when I have them like here. They look less red if I don't know, my thumb looks red. That might be from the Mio, or it might be from the blush that I'm fucking painted in. Or I might just have red thumbs and you should get over it. Palms are red, knees weak, arms are dead. Very good. Yeah, it's the fucking blood. I can't get it off, Bram. Here is the beating of that horrible heart. Yeah, you can take, I wasn't using those eyes, thanks. You know, I was telling you guys yesterday about how I just watched Little Shop of Horrors. It makes me think of Bill Murray as the maybe a little homophobic masochist dental patient. Yeah, hypogean jail. Not only does English have the word underground, made out of native components, like Germanic components, underground, we even have a foreign word for that, subterranean, from Latin. But they were like, no. Subterranean isn't good enough. We need something no one will understand. Hypogean from the Greek. Yes, Bram. I think hypo just means like low, as opposed to hyper, which means high. If Just were here, she could actually give us actionable information on this topic. But she may be enjoying her birthday evening. I think Barry was maybe pronouncing it hypogean ghoul, which is very funny. Okay, MK, well, you don't speak Greek. I appreciate your input, MK, I do, but... You know, I was sitting here wondering how I died last time. I didn't die last time. I said I wasn't... Every single time. You see me transform while I'm still zoomed in? That's because my brain thinks that I can unzoom in with the left bumper, but... There are some hypogean ghouls, that's true. It is true that academic terms relied on like Latin and Greek, etc., to include exclude the common peasants. I mean, yes. That was a hell of a kick. That was a hell of a kick through those bars. Shut up, 20 yards. I thought that was a sex thing. But I mean, so... It's all wrapped up in ideas of elitism, but the use of Latin and Greek roots in English for scientific or academic subjects is a little more complex in its history than just snobs deciding to use them to keep poor people out. It is a legacy of snobbery that like extends to the fall of the Roman Empire, after which all writing in Western continental Europe was still done in Latin, or as close to Latin as they could figure. Because by that time, the Vulgar Latin that was being spoken in the former Roman provinces was well on its way into being developed into French and Spanish and all the Romance languages. But in the Roman Empire itself, there was already, like during its heyday, there was already a strong disconnect between the written form of the language and the spoken form of the language. The written form of the language was only classical Latin, which was like many centuries out of date, anywhere from like 300 to 600 years out of date, with the language that people were actually speaking on the street. Government business is also supposed to have been conducted in classical Latin, but you really have to kind of wonder about that. I know that like British Parliament today, they get a little fancy with their language, but they don't sound like Shakespeare. That being said, yeah, that disconnect only widened during the medieval era, not only because the Romance languages were in the process of diversifying, but also, excuse me. Oh, you have my echoes, huh? But also because errors were creeping into their written Latin because nobody was fucking speaking it anymore. Just the descendants. And so they didn't really have a good basis for understanding its mechanics. Where the fuck is the other witch? She's all the way over there? And so, because this was the only language that anything was being written in, topics like medicine during the Middle Ages were being written in shitty Latin. In France as much as in anywhere else. And a lot of that knowledge and vocabulary was transferred to England after the Norman conquest, subsequent to which, as with the French language itself, it was used to distinguish richer and more educated people from poorer and less educated people, yes. The Greek roots just come wholesale via Latin, because Latin copped a ton of Greek roots, because honestly, in a similar way to the way that Rome idolized and fetishized Greece before it, the subsequent states of Western Europe idolized and fetishized Rome. And so it's idolization and fetishization and the spinning of false and artificial race narratives all the way down. It's why people talk, oh, Greeks, the first Europeans. Well, they don't really have anything to do with, like, the French. There's not really any common genetic or cultural line of descent from ancient Greece to France, let alone England. But sure, if you want to be a freak about it and pretend that you are somehow heirs to the earliest lineage of civilization, fuckheads. This is unfortunately a very profitable narrative for Greece, which derives so much of its GDP from tourism. So that's also a narrative that you will find, like, in the museum in Athens, National Museum in Athens, where they keep all the artifacts that England decided to give back. Goodbye. Yeah, and like the ancient Greeks were fetishizing and idealizing the ancient Egyptians all the way down. Hello, Todd. Hello? Yeah, well, especially in the modern Greek state, which is, kind of, in as much as it was founded by a population exchange between Greece and Turkey, an ethno-state founded by the British Army. Not a great foundation for a strong government. Yeah, Bram. Yeah, there's a few of those. Yeah, population exchange and taking land away from Muslim states. Yeah, there's a few of those. Excuse me. No! What the 1-2 wombo combo? Jesus fucking Christ! Not necessarily, Bram. No. Don't you do it. Don't you chop me. He very nearly chopped me. I'm not even that Greek of a streamer to fetishize, honestly. Dirt Clean Gender, thank you for the follow. I don't think you're a bigot. Don't command grab baby Tess. Okay, I apologize. A lot of people joined my stream to try to get me to read their transphobic display names. Local Chiller, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Come on, man. I am out of stamina. Oh, I see. Dirt Clean Gender. Well, congratulations. See, 20 yards, I think you're making a joke, but if Scotland has committed colonial atrocities, I don't know them. Oh, Arvid, is that what that is? I'm literally so blinded by fear, I haven't noticed it. Oh, I could have gotten in through there. That's probably the way you're supposed to go if you're running up to Parl. Uh-oh. Oh, a summon. Who? Defector on Tall? Whom? I have no idea who the fuck this character is. Fear is the mind kill. Okay, yeah, I see the joke here. I saw a poll recently. I feel safe in saying this because I'm pretty sure you can't search for text in poll options on Twitter about what it was either like sexiest or horniest of the selected emotions was. And the 4 emotions were like fear, shame, jealousy. I don't remember the 4th one. I don't know if I can find that. I don't necessarily want to go scrolling through that part of Twitter right now while I'm on stream. A lot of people felt that the answer, it was a pretty strong push for jealousy, actually. Yeah, I'm not going to try to find that. Slab, how far am I gonna scroll down on the window over here while I'm playing Bloodborne? I got shit to do. I try to find it after stream. No, I lost a bullet. I need those. Oh, that's Parl right there. Holy fuck. What if I didn't? I can't go down there, I don't think. Can I hurt him from here? Where's the head, would you say, on this body? Where would you say the head is stored? In this mesh. Where? Fuck you, you don't have collision until the fight starts. Get fucked. Pakoda, I think what you are not considering, which is understandable if you're not considering it, is the cuck angle. So no head? That was almost the head. That was a painful misfire. You ass! Why that was a headshot! By what means is that not a parry window? Please! No! Perhaps from behind? I don't know why shooting it with an arrow in the ass would be more effective than shooting it with an arrow in the face, but yo, Parl, you are Amelia 2.0 here, huh? And that means I'm not gonna be able to use my bow because I can't lock on. That sucks. You're about to explode, aren't you? You piece of fucking shit. You think nausea is the least sexy? I would not describe nausea as an emotion. I would call that a symptom. In the same way that bleeding is not an emotion, or a stomach ache is not an emotion. I don't think that nausea is an emotion. Here, I'll scroll a little bit at a time during the loading screens. There's so much shit on here. Also, if it's quote retweeted, I'm not even gonna see the poll on desktop, so this is folly, top to bottom. Is confusion sexy? What, like the Pokemon move? I mean... Oh god. Oh, that was pretty good, Pakoda. Good job. Kringus, there's so many places that we should not go but have. Fuck off! That I don't even know what you're talking about right now. Unless you meant the Parl fight. It's alright, 20 yards. It was pretty good. You tell a good joke. Yeah, what do you say about my chatters? You can't say that they're not good with a quip. Confusion can be seen as naivete, which some people see as sexy. Very well framed, Practical Aviation Cat. I feel like I'm one of the 12-year-olds around the coffee table debating whether Fortnite is overrated. Bram, now you're making me wonder if disgust was maybe one of the emotions in the poll. Oh no, Bagman, fuck you. I only lost like a couple thousand echoes, but still. Oh man, am I already 2 days back already? Really? I'm really glad you couldn't hear that because I have PC audio muted. I just tried to control F something in the window and went bring, bring, bring. Yes, real meeting of minds. I can't fucking. Ooh, you're right here. I can't find that, Paul. I think I might have screenshotted it, but not sent it to anyone, which means that if I hit Command V instead of Control, calls up my clipboard history. Yeah, it's not here. Sorry, guys. Is despair sexy? Ask Junko Enoshima. I know that is like barely a tier above referencing Homestuck as in terms of fandom respectability, but I am still extremely hot for Junko. I read the Something Awful fan translation of Danganronpa at a very sensitive age. Captain Oblivion, who are you talking about when you say the French in this? Ah! That was such a big hit! God almighty! Get out of here. I have a really cute cyan and magenta Junko Enoshima print back at my mom's that like a mini poster that I was considering bringing back with me last time I was there but didn't. Hello. I miss being able to pick up my souls from a little puddle on the ground. Oh, you are a pain in the ass to hit, huh? I actually have to hit your head. Okay. Then I'm altering my strategy. Pray I don't alter it further. You shitbag! I don't think that this is enough damage. It really does feel like I'm doing the Blood Only Run. But this does not feel like enough damage. You ass. This does not feel like enough damage to beat him with just the bow. Although I am enjoying this strategy. I don't know why that didn't hit. I don't know why that fucking didn't hit. That is even less explicable. I was right up next to him. Picoda, I have never consumed the official release. I've never played the official release of Danganronpa. I've only read the Something Awful translation, and that was in like 2013. So I have no idea what the official interpretation of that text is. Yeah, for Eden Rose, yeah, the face specifically, not even the head. Like the face, like in the teeth. Right in the teeth. I feel like the fourth emotion was somewhere in line with shame. Oh, man, I don't know it. I don't think I'm gonna... You fuckhead. You tremendous douche. Free Eden Rose is so fucking cheap. Blocks me with this massive collision hitbox and then just clobbers me over the noggin. Excuse me, gentlemen. Take that, and I'll also take that. I guess I have in my mind the conceit that Danganronpa is somehow more respectable than Homestuck because it's anime. It's Japanese. It's an import. It's prestige media. It's like in Better Call Saul, when Saul describes his Suzuki Esteem as an import. Oh, he does have a hitbox on his body, for whatever the fuck good that does me. This bow uses a shit ton of stamina. It's like half my bar. Fuck you. And nothing hits him. Nothing hits him at all. Yeah, Pacoda, my friend Ellen is also a strong problem sleuth superiority truther. Okay. If you're new to the stream and you're wondering why the fuck I'm trying to fight him like this, it's actually not due to cowardice. I miss my bow only runs of Real Souls games, and I want to relive some of that magic here. It is also a bit due to cowardice, though. Oh, I'm in a fucking shitty corner. Because in all of the years that they've made these games, they have never learned to eliminate shitty corners from the boss rooms. Oh, it's due to foolishness? I disagree, Bram. You're taking advantage of my inability to read chat during this fight to say uncouth and untrue things. Oh! Never mind. If that was a parry opportunity, it's gone now. Oh, what happened to your lightning, Brosif? Oh, it's back. Never mind, he's fine. That was weird, he was like bald as well. Now, I am wasting my entire... Fuck off. I was gonna say I am wasting my entire clip of Quicksilver bullets on every single attempt. Dirt Clean Gender, it has one bow. Simon's Bow Blade, a weapon added in the DLC in its untransformed mode, which I would love to show you, but it's not coming up. It is just a blade. When it transforms, I think it splits in half and one of the halves rotates around, which is a stupid way to make a bow and would absolutely never work. But there you have it. Hello, Guam. Also, I don't understand your comment and I won't respond to it. Rotating a bow in my mind. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm gonna try to find that pole if I can beat Parl. That'll be my reward. I find it helpful while streaming to... I find it helpful while streaming to set rewards for myself in the event of success. It's like a extrinsic reward to motivate me through what might otherwise be a tense or tiring fight. Meltron, yes, it is Bloodborne. Also, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I want the lower lock on... Oh my fuck! That didn't hit shit. That's a sequel to Better Call Saul. I hate you so much. Oh, that didn't actually damage me. See, this is the problem with Bloodborne, is that if an enemy just like nudges you, dealing 1 point of damage, or if they fucking flatten you into the earth, the vibration on your controller is identical. And the health bar is so tiny in the corner of the screen that the visual data is also quite sparing. Excuse me, sir. I need to unlock from you so I have a chance to heal at all. Oh, fuck! I actually hit him. I was on the wrong lock-on point there. Please let me get you! I wish I could pause the game so I could celebrate that more completely, but I can't. Sorry, Parl, I gotta scooch. Yeah, I know you're gonna regenerate your lightning steez, right? Hey! Why didn't I hit? You cocksucker. I tried to run there, but I guess I didn't have the stamina for it when I held the button. Mulso, this is a fine joke you're making. Mine is not especially smooth. I'm on a... This is just like Bloodborne on the latest patch. I'm on a launch model PS4. So... I'm glad that it looks smooth to you. It might just be a matter of the entire stream outputting at 30, so my frame rate matches the game's frame rate, and so it doesn't look like there's a disconnect. But yeah, this is launch model PS4. I felt really good about getting that visceral, is what they're called in this one, not ripostes, or indeed parries. Hopefully I can replicate that during my next attempt. I'm sad that that attempt didn't pan out. See, this is... There is a subtle difference in tone between failure in... It's bad on PS5, like it's poorly optimized for PS5. That's crazy, Healing Walk. I'm sorry to hear that. There's a, for me, very perceptible difference in tone between failing a boss run in Dark Souls or Dark 3 or Elden Ring and failing it in Bloodborne. Failing a boss run in Bloodborne feels more like failing one in Sekiro to me, where I get sad that I didn't win. Like, it gets me down when I think about it. As a reference no one will get. But it does, it like brings me down. Instead of being like, oh, that was so close. Instead of like being angry or like, ooh, I'll get him next time. I'm like sad that it didn't go better. And I don't feel that way in other Souls games. Whoa! It gets you down when you think about it. Bow, wow, bow, wow. It's a song RB. Oh fuck, really? Already? I was in no position to take advantage of that. There's no way I was getting that visceral. Fuck you! I was hoping that that would break him into a visceral. That didn't. Well, now it's time to run away. Ah! Bloodborne was the first game to be both creepy and wet. I would say that the boss run-ups in this are a little better than Dark 1, a little worse than Dark 3, but that doesn't mean there are no bad boss run-ups in Dark 3, far from it. Lorien and Lothric come to mind immediately. Jesus fuck! Chill out! I missed completely and utterly. Yeah, healing work, I've never understood how to do that myself. Like how to hack or jailbreak a piece of technology. Our good friend and mod Emerald is better at that. And indeed, I have her on installing capture hardware into my 3DS so that I can stream the beloved DS games of my youth. But yeah, myself, I've never been good at such a thing. Please. Please! Why do they get up so soon if they're still available for viscerals? Oh no. Maybe I might be able to do this with another 8 shots. You bastard. Another 7 shots. Another 6 shots. Stop hitting me with your lightning. It's like a Crash Bandicoot move or something. Like the electrified surfaces in the industrial levels in Crash 2. I think that second one hit because the number went up to 388. I didn't actually see it hit. You know, I am exposing myself to so much more risk than I would be if I was just actually trying to hit Parl with my weapon, but fuck that! Blood Only Run! Go to hell! I should have equipped the rune that gives you more blood echoes. Oh well. I feel pretty good about that. And I'll take back the 0 souls, which I had. There's only 21,000, though. Can I do anything else in Yahar'gul at all before the Blood Moon? I know that I can get here from the above, because I spoke to Patches in the Forbidden Woods. He gave me the tonsil stone. What the fuck was I doing at the beginning of the stream? I was in like lower. Ooh. So this is the way you have to go if you want Dura to be chill with you instead of killing Dura on top of the clock tower with his Gatling gun. If you want Dura to be chill with you, you have to come to Yahar'gul, get kidnapped, and then meet Dura via the back way. Bram, thank you so much for the treat. I appreciate that. 2 treats even. Skittles, yum. Oh! I know where this is. Yeah, it's the bottom of Old Yharnam. I know exactly where this is. Hey, fellas. Now, does this area I'm about to go into work as a shortcut moving upwards or just moving downwards? About to find out. I guess I could have also just run down into the Bloodstarved Beast's boss room and used that lantern. No. I'll run all the way back up to the Cathedral Ward manually. Also, I verified, unfortunately, off. Where the fuck do I go? I verified off stream yesterday. There is no way to make yourself respawn at a given lamp other than lighting it for the first time and warping to it. Once it has been lit for the first time, like interacting with it and say, it says, you want to go to the Hunter's Dream, and saying no, that does not make you respawn at that lamp. You have to actually warp to and from that lamp before you'll respawn there. Which means that if you want to change where you respawn when you die, other than your first time meeting each lamp, you have to fucking sit through 2 loading screens. Yes, Bram, which sucks utter cock. Where the fuck even am I? Okay, there we go. I got confused. Yeah, so is there even any purpose? I guess there is purpose. I'll go up to Cathedral Ward. I'll go back to the lower Cathedral Ward where I got kidnapped and sent to Yahar'gul. I'll get to say hi to Adela. She's moved to the Church of Erden. I should use my last vial of Ariana's blood before I talk to Adela. And then I'll return to Lower Cathedral Ward. When I die, I'll end up back in Yahar'gul, but then I'll just warp to the Hunter's Dream and back. Are you, Bram? You seem to keep very odd hours. You're always talking about being sleepy at a time when I'm just beginning my day.